Okay, next I'm gonna go for. Oh, I think I'm gonna be interrupted. Let's wait a minute. 29 minutes. This one's only 20 minutes. Let's do another 20-minute video. The last one I just did was a red filter on. This one's got 4 views. I'm gonna give it a like because I like me. Put this on pause. Blow it up. Did I come into this one yet today? No. No, I haven't. Alright, so let's look around in this one. Dark it a little. Move back there. Should be enough color. Just play and pause. Alright, I'm going to go look in at them a little bit deeper later, but okay, if this, I see the canine nose, I see the canine eyes, I see the mouth, the snout don't look all that canine, but I do see ears up here. So this could fall into the canine category. I'll go look in a minute. This falls into a human category with a big nose. Lots of images. Image within image within image within image. Let's see if I get away from these power lines first. Hold on a minute. Yeah, because I'm on the road. Let me get out of there. Yeah. See how large the rodents can come? In my opinion, this is going to fall into the rodent category. I see the black little nose for eye, black nose could be in the canine category. If this other imagery was not around it and in front of it, distracting, it might not be. I might be able to move around and get it. Again, I'll point out this one. What I would say would be a human face, but now after today, I have to take it back. So eye, nose, and mouth. And, no, actually, I think I've seen this type of monkey. This is in the monkey ape family. Now that I'm looking at the bottom lip and shit, I've seen that type of ape. And I can get his head larger too. So ape, canine family. I'm going to end up doing is when I do find a canine I want, I'm going to throw plastic over the computer and trace it out for you. Because I can see that a lot of these, because see, what's happening is because of the collage, the collage effect that happens here, you have to be able to separate. You're going to have to be able to separate with your eyes. If you're not, then like I said, you have to crop them yourself with cropping tools. And that's what I was doing in the beginning. Because, yeah, I'm able to crop them and I'm looking around. And, all right, so feline. I would normally count this in the feline category. Feline nose, because I can see the nose coming down. And I can see the marks going like this with the lips. And I could probably pull in. Let's see if I can pull in the ears if I look around on it. No whiskers, though, right? Okay, then inside the face of that one, we're going to go in on this one as well, which is in the rodent category of eye, nose, mouth of a rodent, mouse with these little ears, right, which are the eyes of the larger image, are the ears of this little rodent, which is eye, nose, mouth of the rodent. I also got a human out of that when this becomes the mustache of a human in that same face. I got that one out of it. So image within image within image within image. Here's another one that I would consider a human. Has the hairdo, eye, nose, and mouth of that human face, but I really don't know any humans with a big schnoz that big. Wishful thinking. Let's see. Now this one here too, I would put in the feline category because I can put the little ears in there. I have the eyes, the nose, and the mouth on it, but I'm not sure anymore. that I'm going to be able to do that. Let's see. At least I will be temporarily out of order because I need to. I guess that's one of the reasons why I always felt safe saying canine. If I see something that resembles a canine, I don't have to worry about what breed it is. If it has canine features to it, I put it in the canine category. Whereas if I see feline features to it, it goes in the feline category. You never hear me say black panther, lion cub, but I don't do that with humans either. I don't usually say and try to pick the races. You know what I mean? I don't try to pick what nationality a human faces. I say human, human, beast, human, feline, canine. Rodents, same thing. I don't say chipmunk, squirrel, not usually anyways. Every once in a while I may see something that might be so distinctive that I cannot deny what it might be or something like that, but for the most part. So I don't know. I'm not that confident about leaving from what I'm already doing. The feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. Anything else that wants to get added then would just have to be confirmed as seeing more than just a few. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we just say we saw a few, like the birds. If I saw just as many bird-like images, I wouldn't be saying canary, chicken, turkey, things like that. I would just be birds. It was just birds would get added to the imagery. At this point, I'm only comfortable with adding birds to the imagery as far as saying birds are just rodents, flying rodents. So why wouldn't they be part of the imagery? That kind of thing. Because there's not enough of them specific to become a new category to me. They're there. I mean, I can make them out, that kind of thing, but put some light into this a little bit. Let's play. Try to get some music going again. I'll say something funny about my soundtracks too that I'm gonna start talking about with the system as I'm going along. I'm still on the canine thing. I'm still gonna try to, get confirmable canine. Just one. We just need one. So even though I'm pointing out canines as I'm going along, they're just not confirmable. So I'm not in a panic about it or anything like that. And I'm having fun looking around too at the same time. See, that kind of has a feline look to it too. So this one I would have added to the feline category. Even though it don't really have the same line coming down here at the lips like my kitty cat does, but it does have the lips of a more like a lion, with the hair around its face, like a male lion, more or less. But the eyes go feline, the nose goes feline, the nose goes up higher. Can't make ears out. If it does fall into the human category, then it's definitely bald on top. It might have a little on the sides, but it looks more to me like this is one of the ears, and that's going to be one of the ears of the feline-looking image that is that image. And I'm not going to take the camera down. I'm just going to keep pressing play. And then right next to it, and sharing an eye, is eye, nose, and mouth of a human. That's all three. The hairdo's in the absent. The right eye's in the absent. Some of the left eye's in the absent. The nose is in the white. And the lips are in the white and in the dark. Big lips, by the way, for a white boy. Fat lips and stuff like that. Big wide lips. So, again, nationalities. It has a little Asian nose, too, by the way. So, look at the little tiny nose on him. Big eyes. And big lips. I don't even know what the fuck nationality is. Dark hair. If that's, going to be the one that stays with it all the way through. And then, here's this one. A calf. Right? Is that a calf's face? It looks like it could be. Again, you just gotta separate them all. Okay, so the same eyes that I was using with the cat, right? Yeah, because I'm going to lose the cat now that I'm going to do this. So, feline, what I was calling a feline. So, change that, erase that feline. I, here's the big snout of a calf, right? In a different coloration, just like a calf would normally be. And at this distance and everything, I think I could put this all together as a calf with small little horns in that face. Which doesn't happen all that often, but it looks like I could. It looks like I could possibly have unconfirmed calf right there. Oh, and there's the canine. There's my canine. I found him. I'll be able to verify him too. There he is. So that's the one I'm gonna pick, just so we don't have to make this a fucking 3-day project. So he's at 39 seconds. He's at 39 seconds. On a Trippi Series for Rick, part 172. I am going to keep coming back to these research vids and keep doing what I'm doing anyway, just for the fuck of it. But now that calf just turned 8 when I came down sideways like this too. So I'd have to look around and see if he stays calf, if he even is calf. Because again, my issue with proper identification of animals. But this is going to be my canine. I'll get him in much more clear for you, and I'll verify what kind of canine he is. One eye there, one eye there. His snout's coming out this way. There's his nose, and I'm gonna even be able to get some of his teeth. It looks like I'm gonna get his 2 front fangs in there, and his lower jaw, and all that's gonna end up coming in. He's got his mouth open, and I'll go in and I'll get proper identification. At least that's my first one, anyways. That's the one I think I'm gonna go for. So I'll be able to get in on him real good for you, and we'll get him real good. There we go. We'll come in on him. We'll get him for you. Yep. That's going to be my canine. And I'll maybe even change. I'll do it once without filter, once with filter, all that kind of shit. But I'm confident that that'll be the canine I want. And he should be easy to identify because he's got a very pointy snout. So it should be fairly easy to find. And growling and stuff too. So, all right. So I'll mark that as a mental note. What am I on? 12 minutes. Maybe I'll just keep going on this one too, because sometimes, like I say, you find one canine, and there might be more canines in that cloud. That's another experiment that we should be trying to do. Alright, you guys just look at my canine for a minute. Oh, the feline right below him, real good too. So I could actually come right back here for both of them. So feline nose, feline mouth. Not as crisp as the canine though, so maybe I won't, but I'm just gonna mention it. That there's a feline right below him. So let me see. I'm trying to crop them so you guys can look at them for a minute. Yeah. Filters. Too dark. I have to turn the computer monitor up. Maybe yellow. Look at that one for a second. Yeah, I'm confident that's the one I want. I just gotta find the right angle and shit for him. Unless I find a better one, we'll see. I think I like that one. Let me try this. While you're looking at them, I'm going to try something here. Okay. Brightness turned all the way up. There we go. I could probably find one more crisp and clear than that though too. The eyes are really good, so I could probably get the rest of the head in. You know what? I'm not even going to accept this one, even though it's good and I'm happy with it, but I think I can do better. Yeah, I can do better as an example. And now the pressure's off too, because now that I at least found that one, I'm happy enough with that one. Because I can cut, I can make the whole cut of the jaw and everything like that. The only problem I have with it is I don't have ears in there. I would like to have the ears in there included in order for a positive identification on this, on what type of dog it is. If I'm going to get down to the exact thing. And then the other thing is I'm having a hard time because of where the image is to the top of this frame, pulling lights and shadows back and forth to get rid of the rest of these images that are within it. So I don't want any confusion about that either. But I can make it out, and I can make out the fangs, I can make out the mouth, the nose, the snout, the eyes, all that shit's there. So, but let's keep going. Get the fucking camera. Thing sucks. Wangs. Just get the camera back on the screen would help. It's another good thing about the dash cam is that you get used to seeing what the lights are going to do for you when you're aimed at the sun compared to when you're in the opposite direction or side to side. So what I'm doing is I'm overlooking the camera right now. Lots of imagery over here to the side, but I'm looking past the camera. I'm not looking at the camera, I'm just looking at the screen to see if I see any more canines. I see some that will be in the canine family, but again, they're a little, they don't have all the parts, so if they don't, then I'm not going to use it. I'll keep going. Nice human face in a tree over here I got. Yeah, so I turned the brightness back up. I forgot. See another canine on the small side though, so I'm not going to take that one either. Unless I was to use a telescopic lens. Yeah. Okay, so here's an example of the EMNC building. While they're building, this is one of the reasons why I don't trust the satellite footage, because you do not see this anywhere in the satellite footage. And I watched a lot of that satellite footage, more than just the 11 hours. I wasted my fucking time with it just trying to verify what I already knew for myself just in the first couple hours. But okay, this right here is packed with imagery. This is Santos Bonacci series with Santos Bonacci part 153. I think it had 5 or 6 views or something like that, right? Research vid. Why no one's fucking looking at these, I have no idea. But what I'm going to tell you is keep an eye while this is rolling, because this is already in play. It's already in play. But watch this whole area here. More than the rest of it. But look around at all these other images, because it's image with an image with an image with an image with an image. And I'll bring you around in it in a minute, because we're only at 22 minutes right now. And but watch this whole area here, because they're going to be building in a minute. They're going to be changing all this up, and they're going to do it right in front of your eyes. Why is it not playing? Is it? It is. It is playing. So watch carefully, though. Watch carefully, because I just saw it when I came through a minute ago. Hold on. Let me see if I see it myself. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Yep. Yep, I am. So what you're doing right now is you can actually watch these triangles. See, this is a lot of my videos. This is what I was saying, why I know without a doubt that those satellite footages are phony baloney, because you never see them building. They just reformed this entire face right here, and they're still working on it, and they're going to do it again. And here's a feline for you, Rick, before it goes away. Eye, nose, and mouth of a feline. His ears right here, one ear. And I'm not seeing it in the camera. I'm seeing it when I look over, so you might not catch it. You might not catch it. There's another one in the rodent category. It looks like it's got a rabbit's nose. Eye, rabbit nose, and mouth of this image here. And it's got a hairdo on it. That's the only thing that fucks me up with that one, if I'm going to use that hairdo for that image. So most likely it's going to turn human in another direction. What is it?
I thought it was big. Very tiny. I want a coffee it's big. I didn't have the one tomorrow.
Okay. Keep an eye out.
Like Dad ordered so much stuff for the car. Man, my car's broken.
Eye, nose, feline, whiskers. Feline. Feline. Nose and eyes. So I'm going to ask you guys to go and start watching some of the research vids. If you find anything in the canine family that you think you want to try to confirm from the research vids on the Tripping Sponge series, then go for it. If not, then go ahead and hit the satellite footages. As we go forward with all this, I'm going to press play. Packed with imagery. Face within face within face within face. I'm going to try to calmly and nicely talk about some of these things about the feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. It seems like a fear tactic or something to me that even this is even being questioned, because when I'm looking at the videos, they're not even really being watched. I'm going to go back to them again. I remember just a couple weeks ago mentioning to Rick that it looked like a lot of the videos were going up in views when he made the playlist, and some of them did. Some of them went up to 6 to 8 views and stuff, but the majority of them are staying at around 0 to 3 views. So that means just maybe me and Rick at most are the ones watching them. So no one else is really getting anything out of the research vids. So that's the first thing I want to say, is that I recommend that you start watching the research vids that I've been posting for everybody, and learn how to make your own. It's one of the things that I'm trying to get everyone to do, so that there will be more people on this. There will be more eyes on this. Learning all the little tricks of the trade of pulling in shadows and light as you're going different ways and shit like that, and how to separate imagery and all that. So as far as the feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast being the imagery that's in the system, that should be the least of the worries as far as proving anything, because instead of trying to look for other, let's say, in other words, think outside the box a little bit. Think outside the box a little bit, okay? Trees, insects, all the other species that we know of. Think of all of them. Think of all of them, right? We're not able to put them all in here. They're not in here. The only ones that we're able to put together, even if it's just different features. In other words, the only other option I would have is to drop everything into a beast category. So what, is everything a fucking beast? No, I actually see some canines that we're going to be able to call out. I already found 3 of them today. Just doing this, I found 3 of them. I'm just going to take my pick of which one I like the best, which is probably going to be that one that looks like a fox, is related to the fox, with the pointy snout. I'll probably take that one. It's good enough. It doesn't have the ears, but I think I can identify it positively with the snout. And if not, then I'm going to probably go for the little pug nose one. If that ends up being confirmable, I'll go with the pug nose. And then again, it's only, I'm only an hour and a half into all this, and I already found 3 canines that I can positively identify. And then I found hundreds of other canine that are in the canine family that, whether it's a little too wispy or it's a little too hidden, like it's too much of it's out of view or something like that, then maybe I'm gonna hit play while I'm talking. These are slow moving. What I was starting to say earlier about this video, I keep getting interrupted because people keep walking in on me, but this video here, this particular video, Santa's Bonacci Part 153, is a great example of going and watching the EMNC working. Rick's got a little bit of experience at this. He's able to, he's caught it a couple times and while it's working. But this video here, as I'm watching it, I'm noticing that this is a really good one for watching the nanocarbon work. You have to really study it to know it. And when you see how the nanocarbon EMNC works, you'll have a better understanding of it. You guys will be explaining to the guru, to the Christian, to the Catholic, to the Islamic, to all the other religions. You'll be explaining to them. Let them go ahead and put all their religious beliefs and their bullshit stories on top of what you're going to show them. I don't even think they'll look, but if they do, let them follow you. Don't you guys follow them, in my opinion. In my opinion, stop fucking dealing with it. Don't bother. Whatever little bit of truth that you're going to pull out of each one of those, fine, pull a little bit of truth out of it and move on. But to count on any of it or throw it into the mix of all of this that we can see and prove for ourselves with our own eyes, in my opinion, don't bother. But again, you guys are big boys. You guys can do what you want. If we end up separating, as I said, we might end up separating, but don't worry about it. We'll still be connected, just taking different roads. So I have to be I have to be understanding myself about if people want to go down other paths with all this. I have to stay strong, though, and refrain from doing so myself because I feel like I'm going backwards when I do that. So here I am coming into these videos, the research videos, to prove my point that it is feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. And yes, I am. It's great because I gain confidence that I am able to prove such. But then again, I piss myself off because when I come in, I realize that no one's really watching the series. A Tripping Sponge, 123. This one has 2 views. The other one, this one here, 1 view. I can see a canine in here too. I can grab this canine too. Sometimes I'm getting lucky, and right on the cover is the canine. So I start. Yeah, these are all Tripping Sponge. A Tripping Sponge. There's another one, 2 views. A part 112. 12-minute fucking video. Nobody's got 12 minutes. So if we don't have 12 minutes to go in and look at these research vids, I don't see how you guys are going to even understand what it is I'm talking about. So seeing one image, if that's what's going on, not you necessarily, Rick, but Pat, just to let him know. And Pat's been with us for a very short time here. Oh yeah, I'll get copyright on that one too. Pat's only been with us for a couple of weeks here, so I can't push him too hard either. You know what I mean? He's got to give him a chance to look at some of these things and see them for himself and give him the little tricks of the trade as we go along and stuff like that. So I'm not going to get too frustrated about it all. I'm just going to go with the flow. I want to continue with this canine thing because I already got mine picked out. I got a choice of several, anyways, that I can pick out. I'm more confident, again, just reconfirm what I already knew. It's feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. Even though I've seen a horse, I've seen a dragon, I've seen a phoenix, I've seen bird faces, I've seen an elephant with a trunk, I've seen these other things, but they're not by the fucking bazillion like all the other images. They're not here by the trillions in this, by at least the hundreds of thousands in this one image here, just in this one particular direction. I can go around and it's image within image within image within image. But if I'm the only one doing it, it's too easy for me to be the only one doing it. Should be for everybody. Everybody should be able to do this. Everybody should be able to see this. When tricked, everybody does see it. I'm gonna press play. This is only a 12-minute video, so we could probably play through it if I keep pausing. And you have to, I'm showing you guys how to do it. You set the camera up on the desk. You pause and play. You're using the camera as a viewing device to get started. Eventually, you'll see it all with your eyes. The same old, same old. Getting a little boring, really, to keep saying the same shit over and over again. But if people are able to get a visual on it and not afraid to see it, what you will see over and over and over and over and over and over and over is feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. The best advice is focus that I can offer anybody. Learn how to focus and stop using your imagination so much. I do usually ask people to try to use your imagination because I'd like to see pulling in other things that you guys are not even thinking of. So if you're thinking that you're seeing other things other than the feline, canine, rodent, ape, and human and beast, take it a step further. Do you see the automobile? Do you see clearly? I mean, clearly with windows, wheels, mags, tires. You have an imagination. Pick your vehicle. It doesn't matter what car it is. Motorcycles. You know what they look like. Use your imagination. Try to put one in the imagery. Prove to yourself what it is I'm telling you. Don't just take my word on it. I want you to prove it to yourselves. Let me pull some light in on this one. The images come in so many different ways. The faint ones, the crisp, clear ones, the big ones, the small ones. They're all sizes and clarities. You know, at all different distances with different shadows and all this. So, I explained it all throughout the series that I'm making. Um, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like really. I don't know if anybody's gonna really get a handle on it. To be honest. I'm just watching another canine come through now. So now there's a lot of things. I'm trying not to point at things so much. It's on play right now. It's not paused because I'm already at 42 minutes. So I'm just gonna let it run. It's only got a couple more minutes. The video is gonna end. Yeah, they're packed. I mean, I can't show you anymore, but other than what I'm doing, I mean, I'm pointing at them, I'm tracing them, I'm explaining them, I'm doing all kinds of shit. Now, if I was a conspiracy site, see this little light over here, which is just simply a reflection in my lens from the sun over here. It's coming through the clouds, and I get this little lens reflection. I'm not saying, oh, look at the orb, like on what's his name's channel there, Crow Crow. The Crow Crow would be taking this and going like this with his camera, and say, oh, and then he would change out the back and take out all the fucking light from the back and put it on his blue screen, and then make the whole video about that tiny little fucking dot of light right there, which is simply a reflection in the camera, rather than pointing out to you all this fucking thousands of images that are within images within images. Not only that, but I have no denial about what they are. I can clearly fucking see, and we can agree. And if you can't agree, then I'm gonna say you got a problem. But you don't see that eye there, the eye there that go with the nose here and the mouth here. You don't want to call that a human face. I understand because that may not be a human enough nose for you, but it's human enough for me to know that this is a human face. This one here, eye here, nose here, mouth here. I'm gonna drop that probably in a monkey ape category. Let me see if I get the rest of it. Might even be the feline. Might even be the feline, but the lips. The lips are telling me ape monkey area. The nose also. The nose is kind of flat on this one, and the eye. So I would say that's probably going to fall in the ape monkey category. Again, I'm leaving the camera straight right now. I could certainly be pulling one of these like I usually do, but I've done enough of it already. I've already done enough of it. As a matter of fact, these videos alone, there's 100 and something of these research vids on my channel, just under the Tripping Sponge series alone, and they're not being watched. No one's really watching them. So if no one's watching them, I just don't know how anybody's supposed to, debate whether it's feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast or not. Not yet, anyways. I look forward to that debate when the time comes, but if no one's watching those videos, then I don't see how anybody could be debating it yet. Unless you were making your own. If you're making your own, look at the eyes in this one, this one. I mean, this is all fucking banging. 3 views. A Tripping Sponge for Rick 77. 3 fucking views. Unbelievable, man. Chemtrail Day, too. At least I ended up liking it before, so we know I was here before. Chemtrail Day. Have to pull a little bit more light in. You can see the wispiness. I'm pointing out all the things that are in the absent and all this shit as we're going along. And there's no secrets here. I'm fucking showing everybody everything I can. And I don't know why everybody. I do know why. It's just the programming, I guess. But to run back to the religions is just, to me, seems like a big mistake. So you can watch the EMNC working, right? If you start one of these videos, anywhere in here, you start the video, and this is all explained in all the beginning of the series and all that shit, but you can watch the EMNC, the triangular shapes. Now, all kinds of imagery in here at different stages, right? All the colors are not even here. You can see that these are chemtrails, right? You can obviously see these are chemtrails for fairly recent. I'm in on them pretty decently to the point. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Pretty decently, so to the point where it's on play right now, and we can watch. If this video is going to end as we're watching, I'm sure. But either way, this image here. If you just, there's a lot going on everywhere. Eye, mouth of this big human face, and we can see it. And then it's image within image, and we can pick out the large ones. But then, if you just pay attention to this area here, we can watch the nanocarbon and what they're going to build here in the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes. And you can actually watch them. You have to focus. You have to look at them. But I know no one's looking. It's not a guess for me because they're fucking 0 views. So if it's 0 views, then it's not an argument. Nobody's looking. Now, if they were creating their own videos and stuff, which I'm trying to get you guys to do,